This is December 18th. Let's go take and make a documentary of the difference in the basements. This is the general condition area. We have yet to take and finish the hardwood floors with respect to sanding and now refinishing, but we did address the floor issue here that I had in the first documentary. What we did, we took and put a board inlay in here to make that transition less noticeable. We had an on-site discovery. We got down and dug the old piece of plywood up there. And in fact, the original floor line, we moved everything back to there and just filled this in. We got a reducer here, new tile, hardy back, really nicely done, all new appliances. I've redone the cabinets. They've turned out quite well, actually. We've had an electrician come out and address all the issues. Everything's up to code now. Very nicely done. And we have a granite top here. We've also took and added a dishwasher. And the cabinets turned out quite well. We sit there and painted them, caulked them up. Really went through them good. Everything's been addressed. All the holes have been patched. No ad hoc lighting. I mean, inside and out, they're just like new. We changed the hardware. Went to a different hardware to update and make them look fine. New Grory faucet. All the electrical has been done properly. You can see down here where we've taken, added the dishwasher and brought it over. Got an outlet here for the own circuit, and we also have an extra plug just for a future garbage disposal if someone decides to take and put that in. Again, budget dictates. We wanted to take and do what we could do within a pragmatic approach. We didn't want to take and go all out. We don't know if we can get the money back out of it, but anyway, we dressed it up. Put all new GFI on their own circuit. That was never in the house. We've also added a plug and a junction box in behind the refrigerator now that ties in the old wire that went to the ad hoc wiring that you saw coming off of this wall here. You can see that there's the plug, and we've got the junction box down there. All the trim's been sanded down to bare wood and primed and painted properly. I'll put back with super spec. Wonderful paint, wonderful paint. The doors have been worked down. They've been resanded and painted again. All the hardware knobs have been taken off, polished off, and matched. We don't have the ad hoc issue with the doorknobs that we did have. We've got an outside lock on the outside door now, and we've got matching sets throughout the house, which I'll detail that later. But what I wanted to get into today, just because we've got this part finished, is the basement. We have a switch here that we've added now. I've went through and redid everything, put a light up here in the ceiling. We didn't have that before. We removed all this ad hoc stuff out of here. If you remember, that was all full of hanger stuff for like a ad hoc jerry-rigged pantry closet. But in any case, we took all that down, painted it up, painted the steps up, and added carpet. You can see it looks really nice going down into the basement. This is probably the biggest before and after video of the whole house, other than the kitchen. That really it's just really amazing what you can do to a home. But we made everything down here one color, a nice flat white, like I suggested. You can see the plaster repairs have been taken care of here, as well as over here. I took and shored up all the ceilings. We had a big issue over here that everything was hanging down. We've shored all that with the proper washers. We've fixed all the holes in the, the paneling. Added some of the one before around here that matches the one before there, try to give it a uniform look and effect. It looks like it's always been there. Everything's been addressed and painted. Really looks good. I mean, it looks just wonderful. I mean, if you guys saw the first video, this was pretty bad. We replaced the door here. Got up and, like I said, everything's been painted up, dressed up, detailed. The garage, which I'll show you here real quick, being I'm over here. We've went out here and the same thing. We've addressed all the issues out here. We've put new track cables on both sides, adjusted the tension. We've shored up the bottom with concrete where it's all leveled out now. We had like 3/8 gaps on both sides, plus put weather strip We don't have that issue there anymore. We've put border around to help waterproof it. We've made all the repairs against the wall here. Here we've insulated the lines with some wraparound insulation. And these are going to the heat to the bedrooms. We've painted everything up. We've added a light over here. We redid the whole panel box, added new circuits, and outside GFI just for the garage that was never here. Again, the electrician just did an excellent job. We've also taken Papa circuits out and did a balance check and balanced everything out. I've added styrofoam on all these gaping holes. We sealed all these holes that were styrofoam, blow styrofoam. You can see here where we detail the wires. Again, over here, this was an even seal. We put foam over here that you can see here. Everything's been taken down and painted properly. We cleaned the floor. We've put one coat. We're going to do a second coat. We'll wait to spring to do that. But really a big difference with respect to the garage. The issue down here we had on the floor that I had highlighted in the first video, we took the old piece of board out because of code, mass code. Once you change, you own it, you got to bring it to code. We're just going to keep it grandfathered in. We did add a new board here and sealed that, and it's okay. It's fine. With the rubber border on the floor and all the repairs made on this side, we should be fine. In the laundry room, probably a really big aha moment for you guys. This room here was pretty bad. We had rod over here. That's all been touched up and repaired. Everything's been taken down from the ad hoc wiring. We've taken and patched up all the holes. You can see here I've got plywood, caulked it, screwed it up there, just nice. This is the new plumbing that we've put in. All the pipes have been painted. The floor was taken down. We've put 2 coats of concrete paint on it. We've added a GFI outlet again to here. We've tagged the water lines, detailed it again. All this piping and stuff going in the ceiling, I've taken and I've blowed foam in it on all these gaping holes. Same thing over here. You can see it up there in the corner. It's all been styrofoam blowed in. Let me turn this light on here. You guys can see just what a wonderful job this thing's turned out that we've done. We've added a light here. We didn't have this light here before. Really nice. We've added a door. We've taken the door off and added a new door here. The other door was pretty bad. Pretty shot. It was gone. We've addressed all the ceiling issues. There were multiple cracks. We went through and pointed all those up with plastic veneer. We've added plywood on all the gaping holes, just sealed up and closed it up. All the pipes have been painted. Windows have been scraped and cleaned. Tank's been painted again. Floor, we did the floor and dressed it up. Moved all these ad hoc shelves off there. We had like several ad hoc shelves. We took it all down, painted, used a case of caulk down here, guys, in this basement. A case of caulk. And you can see we've already had comments from realtors. It's one of the cleanest basements they've ever seen. We really dressed it up fine, nicely done. I've one here, and I've noted on the tank. I filled it up. The full mark doesn't always go all the way up to full. And the system is a nice system, but still I think it needs to be tuned up. But I have marked it where it was full. I marked it here where to call on the line, so when it gets here, it needs to call. We have the capacity, 235 to 275. And the reserve on the low side is 25 gallons. So if it's on E, you're still carrying probably 25 gallons. And I've got this full at 235 and empty 210 where it takes to fill it up. Reserve of 25 gallons. In any case, again, added plywood and shut off all these holes throughout the ceiling. Everything in this basement was been painted and caulked. Very much did vastly difference. All the holes have been taken out and patched up. Very nice, very acceptable, and it'll make someone a nice clean basement for children. We address all the concrete issues on the floors. Also in here we had some patchwork in here to do. we've shored up and built up this concrete in here. This has all been reconcreted in, nice and clean. It's just a big empty hole there for the ashes to come down from the fireplace, but that's been all done. I took and went and took concrete patch and shored up all this on the exhaust and these walls. Again, remember the big hole we had up here that's gone? I've taken blow foam, styrofoam, and shut off all these gaps and really tightened this basement up. Night and day difference. It's all there. I thought I was never going to get out of this basement, but we did. Again, the foam, we dressed it up, concrete, all that. And we have several patches. We even patched this up here where the beams went into the foundation. It was all loose and decrepit. And we've added a new smoke detector. Works pretty good. I really like it. And really just made this thing just super nice. This is the basement, what the floor looked like before we touched it. But this is all the paints that we've used in the house. We got extra, so we can always touch up. But really, really, really a night and day difference. Really night and day difference. Makes someone a nice basement. I just can't get over how much difference it looks with the ceiling and this general appearance, and it really adds value to the house. I don't know, I probably used in the whole basement probably 10-15 gallons of paint to dress this place up. I did take the dryer, we put new belts in the dryer on the tumbler, and we've also taken the excess hose that was behind here, and we've cut off probably about 2-3 feet out of that where it's got a direct pipe out now. People need to be mindful when you have excess hose, felt from the dryer lays in that, and it can be a fire hazard. But we've dressed it all up. You know, it's just a really nice job. Real happy and proud of we did it. So this is the basement, and you guys can see the difference in it. A big aha moment. For anybody who comes in here and looks at this house, they're going to be pretty impressed with this basement. Again, we redid the stairs. Everything's caulked up. That's enamel paint on the stairs only. Everything else is flat. We decided to keep the rail. It doesn't look like a new house, but it is functional. It's on the level that it needs to be on with respect to planes and angle. And you know, it helps. If we paint it up, it looks okay. It's fine. It's not like a new, but it is acceptable. Again, all the columns, everything has all been painted and caulked. All the stuff up here has been caulked and dressed up. I mean, it really turned out good. Alright guys, again, this is 18 December, and we're just documenting the basement. We did add a light here. We didn't have that there. The original light was here. We put a cover plate on it. Try to bring the light more out here into the central area. And remember, we had all this ad hoc lighting in here. We had an ad hoc light up over here that was hanging off that was just jerry-rigged. And multiple holes. My God, I used more Bondo down here than did the Mold 57 Chevy. Okay, guys, that's it. We're out. Done.